The story begins with the sudden public appearance of a retired lead vocalist, Shiya, who belonged to a famous music band named Dream Suites. She is seen at the gate of Minsong University because she has plans to continue her studies. On the other hand, a boy named Juntang is on his way to the university, and he contemplates how quickly his holidays went by. Suddenly, he receives a text from his crush, who offers to meet him, and this makes him very excited. He instantly rushes to his home to get dressed up and meet his crush. He even applied to Minsong University because of his attraction towards Zhu. As he exits his apartment, he sees a girl standing beside the door and wonders if he has seen her somewhere. He asks her if they know each other, but gets no response, so he walks away. However, the girl turns out to be the famous celebrity Shiya, who rushes towards Juntang with a lighter in her hands, scaring him. Juntang warns her that he can call the police if she tries to harm him, but she tells him she can do the same, blaming him for invading a celebrity's privacy when she was enjoying her leisure time. Juntang apologizes and tells her he knows her because his friend was her fan. He then receives another text from Zhu and informs Shiya that he has to meet someone, so he leaves. As he reaches the restaurant, he sees Zhu shivering in the cold, and then they both go inside to enjoy some delicious food. While they talk, Juntang asks Zhu if she has a boyfriend, to which she doesn't reveal any information. Then he invites her to live in his apartment, where they both will try new food and have fun, and she reluctantly agrees. After the meal, they both go outside, where Zhu starts waiting for the last bus to reach her home, but she feels extremely cold. Juntang gives her his scarf, and after thanking him, Zhu leaves. When Juntang reaches his apartment, he sees Shiya still waiting outside, who tells him that if he ever snitches to anyone that she lives in this apartment, she will kill him. She goes inside, but Juntang discovers she has fallen due to a cold. He contacts 911, and Shiya is transferred to the hospital. In the morning, Shiya comes back to the hospital and brings breakfast for Juntang, but he believes nobody is good to him without any reason. Hence, he informs her that he already had breakfast and then shuts his door. In his university, after class, Juntang messages Zhu asking when they will meet again, but she tells him that she is busy preparing for their university's opening ceremony. Zhu's friend joins her for the preparations, but Zhu feels cold. However, she still doesn't wear the scarf that Juntang gave her earlier. Juntang returns home sad because he couldn't meet Zhu. However, Shiya is seen waiting for him. Shiya keeps trying to gain his affection, but he ignores her, making his neighbor Yunzi suspicious of him, thinking Shiya is one of his exes. The next day, when he is in class, Shiya arrives, surprising him, and he thinks about how she found his university. Other classmates are shocked to see such a beautiful girl with Juntang, but he grabs her hand and takes her out. He informs Shiya that he is already interested in someone else, but Shiya tells him that she only wants to be his friend because she doesn't have anyone in her life. She has rented the entire story in the apartment, but strangely, no one else lives on her floor and she pays triple the rent to stay alone. But now she wants to befriend him because he helped her when she collapsed. Juntang accepts the offer, saying she is rich, so he doesn't mind, and they both share their numbers. The scene shifts to the opening ceremony, where a university fellow insists that Juntang tell him about Shiya because he wants to talk to her. Juntang remembers Shiya's words that if he tells anyone about her, she will kill him, so he stays quiet. The student asks Juntang to drink, which he is initially reluctant to do, but then drinks happily. Shiya calls him to know his whereabouts, but while he talks, the same student arrives asking Juntang about Shiya, making her suspicious. Later, Shiya arrives with a bottle of wine at the opening ceremony, and Juntang's fellow tries hitting on her again. She grabs Juntang's hand, taking him away, but the other guy becomes desperate to talk to her, making Shiya angry. Juntang takes the wine bottle from Shiya, offering it to the boy, saying that a bottle of wine can't do any harm to him. While he drinks confidently, Juntang and Shiya run away. Juntang understands that Shiya has an anxiety disorder, and that's why she arrived there with the wine bottle as her weapon. He promises her to be on her side, saying she is rich, so he is glad to help her. As they both walk, Juntang starts running away, thinking Zhu will be nearby, and he eventually finds her. He thinks Zhu is also excited to meet him, however, she is happy to see Shiya and calls her name loudly. Everyone looks at Shiya and starts gossiping about her. This makes Shiya embarrassed and she leaves angrily. Zhu feels ashamed for what she did and thinks of making it up to Shiya. Zhu misses her bus and Juntang takes her to his apartment. They both go to Shiya's apartment with some food, and when she opens the door, both Zhu and Juntang request Shiya to call Zhu's conservative parents, pretending to be her friend, and tell them that she will stay with her tonight. Shiya is initially reluctant, but then she calls Zhu's parents, assuring that Zhu is safe, and then lets her in her apartment. Both girls drink and become friends, shocking Juntang at how quickly they forget the recent incident. He then sees some cigarettes that belong to Shiya, but doesn't say anything. Zhu turns on the heater because she feels cold, but Shiya doesn't like it, so she goes outside. Juntang also joins her, giving her his jacket, and then he tells her that Zhu didn't mean to hurt her. Shiya asks him if he has been friends with Zhu for a long time, which he confirms. This makes Shiya cry, and she says that her friendships don't last for this long. They both grab hands, and she hugs Juntang, making him think he didn't want to get closer to Shiya, but now he wants to know her more. The next morning, Juntang has a hangover due to over-drinking last night. As he comes out from the bathroom, Shiya informs him that Zhu has already left, and then she asks if they are close, which Juntang denies. Shiya tries getting the cigarettes, but can't reach them, so Juntang helps her. She then throws them in the toilet, and Juntang wonders whose cigarettes those must be and why Shiya was crying last night. He is desperate to know about Shiya's past, so he searches online about her, but suddenly she grabs his attention and asks him to look at her. When he looks, he feels something for her, but then rushes out, taking the trash away. He tells his mind that he is with Shiya only because she is rich, and he feels nothing for her. Shiya comes out and invites him to join her at night when she will order fried chicken. A month passes, and one day, Juntang goes to his university where he finds Zhu and Shiya together. The trio then goes for a photo shoot under some cherry blossom trees, and during the shoot, Shiya asks Juntang to take her pictures. After some time, Zhu informs them that midterms are approaching, so they should prepare themselves for the exams. After the photo shoot, Juntang offers Zhu to study with him in the library, but she tells him he can share notes with his friends, after which she leaves. Shiya shows Juntang photos of Zhu, which he asks her to share with the group. Shiya asks if he really likes her so much, but Juntang denies it. He then sits down, asking if it is so obvious that he likes Zhu, and Shiya tells him that it is definitely the case. Juntang becomes sad and then leaves, saying Zhu is unfortunately not interested in him. He remembers when Zhu returned his scarf without using it. She also rejected his offer for a movie date and publicly told others they were not in a relationship, which broke his heart. In the present, Shiya shares photos in the group, and Zhu, who sits sadly on a train, saves a photo of her with Juntang. On the other side, Shiya grabs Juntang's hand, making him blush, and he walks away. And as he walks, he is so distracted that he bumps into a pole. As Juntang arrives at his apartment, Yunze invites him for a triple date, but before he rejects the offer, his friend leaves, saying he will add him to the group and will be waiting for him to join them. Shiya listens to this conversation and then follows Juntang to his room. As she enters, she starts preparing him for his date, telling him that he has to look hot on a date. She then tells him not to make a girlfriend and only enjoy the date. But Juntang asks why she wants this, as they are just friends. Shiya tells him that friends don't hold hands, making Juntang think if she flirts with everyone like this. Cut to the scene where Juntang is late for his date, and a girl named Ruoni is waiting for him. He finally arrives, and the other girls, finding Juntang cute, make him wear lipstick so they can take a picture of him. Juntang finds the lipstick color a bit familiar, and then he remembers Shiya wearing the same shade of lipstick. Yunze then says that Juntang has to sing a song because he is late. Ruoni gives him a mic, and Juntang starts singing, impressing Ruoni. After the song, they have a little talk while Shiya feels bored at home. After some time, they all start playing Spin the Bottle, and the rules are simple. The couple towards which the bottle points will have to drink the wine with their arms entwined. Before it's Juntang and Ruoni's turn, Yunze announces that the next couple will perform a 4th level dare, meaning if the bottle points at them, they will have to take a wine shot and kiss each other, transferring it to the other person's mouth. Ruoni gets to spin the bottle, but it unfortunately points at herself with Juntang, leaving both of them in shock. They start shying from each other, but Ruoni takes the first step and leans in for the kiss with wine in her mouth, and Juntang's heartbeat starts getting faster. It turns out that Ruoni recently had a breakup and she was losing faith in love. However, she is now looking for a cute guy whom she can date. With wine in her mouth, she gets even closer, but because of shyness, she mistakenly drinks the wine, and Yunze tells her that if she doesn't want to do it, there is no pressure. Ruoni takes another shot of wine and leans in for the kiss aggressively, but this time, Juntang stops her. Juntang tells everyone that he can't let his first kiss happen like this because if someone asks him about it, he can't say it happened with a girl he just met on a triple date. His logic disgusts them all, and Ruoni throws the wine at his mouth. As punishment, he has to sing another song. After the date, Juntang joins Ruoni on her way to her apartment, and as they walk, Ruoni asks him about his love life. Juntang informs him that he had a crush on a girl in his high school, and then Ruoni also tells him about her recent breakup. While talking, she becomes sad, and Juntang comforts her, playfully touching and grabbing her hair. After leaving Ruoni at her apartment, Juntang checks his phone, where he sees a message from Shiya. Before he can reply, his phone's battery dies, and he thinks Shiya must be sleeping now. However, when he arrives at his apartment, he finds Shiya awake waiting for him. Shiya becomes suspicious of his lipstick, but he clarifies that it's not what she thinks. Shiya asks him if he enjoyed the time, and he confirms that he did, and they also played Spin the Bottle. Shiya starts asking more questions, making Juntang nervous because he can't tell her the whole incident with Ruoni, so he decides to keep his mouth shut and says that he wants to keep it a secret. Shiya then praises him and tells him she wants to do something naughty. With that, she comes closer to him and kisses him. Juntang also grabs her tight and kisses her back. Suddenly, his hand touches Shiya's lighter, and they both break the kiss, looking at each other. She grabs his hand, telling him that he can treat his hand in cold water, and then leaves. Juntang tells her he will join her after some time, and then starts thinking about what happened. He believes everything will be fine tomorrow, but when he wakes up in the morning, he doesn't feel anything is right. He wonders if the incident from last night was a dream, but his thoughts are too vivid to be considered a dream. In the morning, when he is about to go to the university, he reads a signboard at the apartment gate that says a housemaid is required for rent. He leaves for his university, but he can't stop thinking about Shiya during the classes. He even writes her name in the midterm exam instead of the answer. He returns to his apartment and knocks at Shiya's door and tells her he wants to discuss last night's incident. As he enters, Shiya excitedly yells that they both kissed last night and then asks if it was his first time. He thinks he was so bad at it that Shiya thinks it was his first kiss, but she tells him otherwise. Juntang informs her that he isn't ready for it, and Shiya tells him that if anyone asks when was his first kiss, he can tell them that it was with a neighbor. After some time, they sit on the sofa and Juntang asks her about the housemaid sign on the apartment's gate, and she tells him that she put on that note because she wants to make more friends as she only has 2 friends, Juntang and Zhu. Juntang tells her that they will go and have dinner somewhere, which makes her happy, and she asks if she can grab his hand. They both grab hands, and Shiya tells him that she likes it when he is around, making him blush, and then puts her head on his shoulder, closing her eyes. The next day he meets Zhu and they go to the library. He wishes he could get a seat closer to her, but their assigned seats are far away. He thinks he can still enjoy coffee with her during the break, but then Zhu's male friend arrives, who is extraordinarily frank with her. She even tells him that Juntang is just a good friend, making Juntang jealous, and he leaves. While he sits alone, he still feels angry, but then he thinks he's not the one to judge as he also flirts with Shiya and Zhu has no idea about it. Later, Ruoni is shown in the library busy studying, but she is angry as she still hasn't moved on from her breakup. She decides to live in an apartment away from her university. The scene shifts to 2 years ago when Juntang and Zhu were in high school together, and Zhu was suspended due to her poor attendance. She tells Juntang that it happened due to some issues at home and they both head to her house. When she arrives home, her father gets angry seeing a boy with her. He isn't ready to hear anything and instead blames Zhu for not focusing on his studies and taking an interest in random boys. He even mocks her for being just like her mother, making her angry, and she tells him that she considers being born to this family a mere curse. With that, she throws her back and runs away with Juntang. Currently, Juntang thinks Zhu is still smart and hasn't changed. Just then, Zhu takes him to the library rooftop, and Juntang thinks, why is she doing that? He wonders what they will do alone, and when they reach the rooftop, they see a few people around. Zhu tells him that she often comes to this place because it is peaceful. He asks her why she brought him here, but she doesn't say anything and leaves while Juntang keeps calling her. It's revealed that Zhu also loves Juntang but is reluctant to confess her feelings. She doesn't want to give any false hope to Juntang because she can't date her due to her strict father. Crying, she leaves while Juntang remains curious about why she brought him to the rooftop. The midterms are over and Juntang sleeps till it's 3 in the afternoon. Shiya constantly tries to wake him up because she feels bored. Just then, the new housemate arrives and Shiya asks Juntang to meet her. It turns out that the new housemate is none other than Ruoni, and when Juntang meets her, they both become shocked. Ruoni thinks if she had known Juntang was here, she would never have shifted here. Juntang helps her transfer her luggage into the house and then thinks of finding a way to talk to her and stop her from telling Shiya anything about that triple date. But he even takes Ruoni's name wrong, enraging her, and she doesn't talk to him. After she has finally shifted, Juntang suggests they should go out somewhere. As they enjoy their meal at a restaurant, Juntang drinks alcohol and Shiya leaves to get some fresh air outside. As she leaves, Ruoni and Juntang start talking and she asks if he has a crush on someone. Juntang asks how she knows, and she tells him he told her last night. Ruoni thinks Juntang has forgotten that he had a conversation with her. After that, they both come outside, and Juntang, who is drunk, starts talking about his love for a girl. This makes Ruoni and Shiya think he is hinting that he loves Ruoni, and then he unintentionally puts his head on Ruoni's shoulder. Shiya arrives and wakes Juntang up, taking him home. At night, when Juntang tries to sleep, Shiya sits on his bed, and they kiss again. Shiya asks him to make their relationship official, but he still can't believe that Shiya likes him. Shiya assures him that he is her type and she likes him, after which he sleeps. In the morning, he wakes up next to Shiya and thinks she is a mysterious girl and he doesn't know her much. He then thinks about Zhu and remains curious about why she took him to the library's rooftop. As he gets outside, Shiya also wakes up and comes near him, touching his face. Just then, Ruoni arrives there, and she gets shocked seeing both emerging from the same room. Juntang tries to make her understand that it is now how it looks, but Shiya makes things even more awkward for Juntang and he rushes to throw away the trash. Juntang searches about Shiya on the internet and discovers that her behavior at the set used to be rude. He then stops searching because he thinks Shiya would not like it if she knows. Later, Juntang's friend Guo Zhu arrives with some food, which his mother asks him to deliver to Juntang. As he knocks on the door, Juntang sees through the intercom that it's Guo Zhu and he knows if he lets him inside, Shiya might be angry with him. Juntang exits the apartment and takes the food, hesitatingly going inside. Guo Zhu becomes angry as his friend didn't invite him inside and he also hears a girl's voice from inside. He jumps in to find who that is and takes out his mobile to record everything. However, to his surprise, it turns out to be Shiya and Guo Zhu accidentally drops his phone. Guo Zhu used to be Shiya's one of greatest fans and now he is just starstruck. He acts weird around Shiya and wants to take a selfie with her, but Shiya kicks him and orders him to get out. For the next few days, Guo Zhu irritates Juntang to let him have a chance to talk to Shiya, but Juntang ignores him. One day, Guo Zhu brings tuna fish for Shiya, but Shiya rejects it, saying that she didn't order it. This makes him angry and he starts misbehaving with Shiya. Shiya tells him not to show his face again, and this grabs Juntang's attention, who asks Guo Zhu to stop teasing Shiya. Both friends are about to fight, but Guo Zhu leaves, telling Juntang that they are not friends anymore. Juntang then confronts Shiya, and she asks him if they can go on a date at this cultural festival. However, Juntang already has plans with Zhu to help her with the event's management. When Zhu asked Juntang to help her manage the cultural festival, he sensed that she wanted to spend time with him, so Juntang agreed to help her and thought there was still a chance he could be with Zhu. In the present, when Shiya asks him for a date, Juntang agrees to go with her instead of helping Zhu. During the cultural festival, Shiya wears a beautiful but attention-grabbing dress, and everyone's eyes get stuck on her beauty. Juntang tells her that this way everyone will know that she is the Li Shiya from Dream Suites, so he gives his jacket to her to cover herself, much to her reluctance. They both enjoy a good time at the festival and meet Ruoni, but Shiya doesn't let them talk and takes Juntang away. Juntang thinks that he has had a great time with Shiya, but sometimes he can't even make eye contact with her, and it's because of Zhu's presence in his thoughts. Shiya asks him if he had a good time with her, and Juntang blushes. He asks her if she really likes him, and she tells him that she likes him so much that she can even kiss him right now. Juntang tells her that if he has a girlfriend, he will want something more than a kiss. As they talk further, Zhu watches them from afar and remembers Juntang refusing to help her because he couldn't say no to Shiya for a date.